Hey guys, this is Pika Ken speaking. The guy who brought you Skull Central and brought you all these wonderful videos that were produced, edited, screenwritten, as well as directed. And I have some exciting news to tell you. First of all, I just made a 100 subscriber milestone that I'm rather pleased to explain to you all. If you all were wondering as to why I'm so happy, well, there's why. But that's number one. Number two, what was number two again? Oh yeah, right. What you see here, Dry Bus Makupa as of now, as of today actually, is going to become a thing of the past. Where the studio now belongs to me, for me to tinker my movies with, and of course create more wonderful content strictly for entertainment. No paid advertisements just yet, but it's going to be a long while before that can happen. But I don't create videos and have them written up and uploaded as well as, diligently edited just for money. No. I'm not even up to that point. Maybe in about less than a year or so, or whatever. But I'm not doing it to get paid or for instant fame. I'm doing this for strictly entertainment and to bring wonderful entertainment to you guys. Especially to all aspiring YouTubers and viewers looking for ideas or perhaps just some entertainment to pass the time. Well, you come to the right place after all. And please, don't ever feel ashamed to be yourself, please. In fact, always be proud of who you are and take your uniqueness with you everywhere you go. Do not feel ashamed of it, because you'll be glad you did. Now that I have said all that, let's get straight down to the subject of today's video. And when I say that, I mean we're going into deep down details of how to go through a complete yet basic tutorial of how to make your own plush videos the best you can. Well, not from my rendition, but however you can do it, either by phone or camcorder or whatever. So let's get started. So in this tutorial video, the first thing you want to do is to come up with some ideas for your plush videos. And when I say ideas, I mean literally anything. Let's say, if there's a special moment in your life that you want to broadcast, but want to do it creatively, that's one way. Another way would be, if you had an adventure you could think of, but wouldn't write on paper, this is another way too. Also, if you even have a notebook pad, or if you have a notebook app or an actual notebook, please write them down. And when you forget what your ideas were, at least you have it written down, so there you go. Me, the ideas are about all sorts of creative stuff, and more will be uploaded. And let's see, what else? So first off, it's ideas. That's where it all starts. The pinnacle of creativity. Like a book. Okay, next up is filming. Now, filming can be done either indoors or outdoors. Doesn't matter how you do it, as long as it gets done, and providing that you get the editing done as well. But we can explain the editing part next. Right now, in the essential themes of filming, the most important thing is location. And what better way to do it than indoors, especially in your house. But I mean, if you want to film outdoors, such as the park, or even a local playground, or wherever you want to go, or even outside your house, you could do that too. I'll give you an idea. The idea can be, the gang goes to the park, where they have a fun time. No way, I think it's the gang and their playground fun, where they literally go up the park and have all sorts of fun. I know it's a little too ironic and a little too blatant, but you know, it's pretty much cool, if you ask me. Now, the filming cannot be too short, but the filming cannot be too long either, as it drags on and on and on. Nobody wants to see that. Then it gets stale and boring. Just make it a moderate numbers. Just make it a moderate amount of minutes. It's recommended that 8 to 12 minutes is good, if you can. If not, 5 to 8 minutes will be good per video. Of course, I'm just giving you ideas. And filming is the most easiest part if you have your characters with you. Which, by the way, that's the next thing up on my tutorial. Characters. Characters can be whoever you want to play as. It's like role-playing, but in Plush films. You understand that, right? So, it could be Pokemon, it could be Persona, it could be Super Mario Bros, it could be tons of amazing stuff. Tons of amazing characters from amazing brands and franchises. Heck, it could be Sonic the Hedgehog characters too, as they do good. And it could also be the SML characters before they had a cease and desist letter from Nintendo. Which is a shame because, well, SML was never the same after that, but their sense of humor is starting to come back. But that's another story. Right now, the next step is characters. However many you want to put in your film, and who's going to play as to whom. And that's going to be a bit tricky if you're only one person doing this. But if you have a couple friends that are enthusiastic about plush films, then perhaps you can pass your role down to them. Or so on, or whatever. But as long as you have fun, that's what counts. But I will say that in the last part. Or, heck. This will be the rule for filming. Is to have fun. Don't do this for get famous quick or get rich quick, because then it wears out the purpose of the entire Plush channel, and nobody wants that. Don't make it too boring, but do not make it too long either. And try not to reach for fame or money as quick as you can, because it only wears the purpose of the Plush video channels. Plus, making it shabby, and Rome wasn't built overnight. Or one day, as they say, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting ahead of myself, or maybe not, I'm pacing myself. Okay. Next up would be editing. Now, once you get done with editing, filming first, then editing. Now, editing is going to be a very, very tricky procedure. As if you have a phone, or a computer, or even a laptop, there are a ton of editing apps. Like for iPhone users, iMovies, or movie making apps for iPhone users, and movie making apps for Android users. Of course, you could do it the old-fashioned way too, with camcorders, and then upload to a USB connector and try to edit your films that way. That's how they did it before it evolved to phones and however people do it nowadays. To people that cannot do laptops and camcorders, phone is the only effective way to do that. And if you have the right editing app, that would be great. Also, if you do it right, it'll come out good. Some people, for example, use KineMaster. Some people use Video Maker or Video Guru. Some people use CapCut. And some others use literally many other film editing apps that ever existed in the Google Play Store. But me personally, I use CapCut. That's where all the editing magic begins at. Well, for me it is anyways. And so editing is where you go to an app. You take your recorded videos and put them as the scenes. And what you want to do on your Plush video is that you want to put an intro and there's an outro. To make your videos more interesting, you might want to put an intro first. And then if you want to put certain video game music as your intro theme for your videos or shows, you could. Although personally I created my own, which I'll explain in the next video if I have to. In the next video I'll explain all about sound effects and musical effects placed in the films. But the most important thing is, you have to edit, you have to do this correctly. Not only it's tricky, but it's also time consuming, and if you do this right, it'll come out good. But if not, it's going to come out a horrible mess. So first you want to put an intro, and then you want to put your recorded video scenes on there. And then if you want to, you can add sound effects on there, and that would be under effects. And then you can also put certain background music as to make the videos more interesting or likable, or however you want to do that, do so. And if you want to add video effects to there, you could, just to spice things up a little bit. And then when you're done, don't forget to put an outro to it. Not only that, but also the apps that you use, if it's only optional if you don't have to. And I'll explain the nitty-gritties of the editing, so bear with me. Here we are in the CapCut app, and of course this is where all the editing magic begins. Of course I've been doing this since August, so normally you get asked to put either a photo or a film, or one of those videos just to top it off with first. So then, if you start off by taking the first scene of the show, if it plays right here, if it plays another consecutively, like one in front of the other, you have a straight, thorough film that you have created. But without the effects, the intro, the outro, or even the background music, which I'll explain. I'll give a brief explanation about that. So, when you upload a recorded video as to a scene, and then you put them up here, you want to go through it at least once or twice to make sure nothing goes wrong there. And you want to do a walkthrough. And if you have to, you take one of your films, or your next recorded scenes, and you put them in front of it. And then fix it up. And then place one in front of the other. And then repeat. And then repeat. And then repeat. Go, overlay, walk through, and repeat. Okay, and once you gather all your recorded scenes, and then go through to make sure that they come out okay. And make sure that if nothing comes out wrong or comes out choppy or even glitched or even come out, too grainy or anything like that, because if you do that, trust me, it's going to come out super crappy and nobody will want to watch that. No hard feelings, but that's just me explaining in the background. So the next thing you want to do next on your video project is to add BGM or literally any background music, whether it be from video game franchises or however you can get them from wherever. If I want you to select your desired BGM, then you want to put them in however you want to desire where to put along the allotted times there. Also determine how loud or how quiet it's going to be, but how short or how loud or how long it's going to be. Same goes to sound effects. Same goes with generally music or wherever. Now, if you're using music from any artist, please give them credit. And the next step is labeling, or should I say editing, for a cover image. However you want to make it either regular, bland, or even creative your assigned thumbnail that you'll be creating for the episode. And whatever you have to do to make your thumbnail look appealing, or at least decent enough to grab attention, as it's going to be the front of the video, much like every other movie files or show files. Also, you have to come up with the title to make it not just creative, but look attractive enough to the viewers, and see to it that it appeals to your general viewers out there, or your audience. But I'm going to leave it up to the content creators to do it however they normally do it. And once you're done with the whole pizzazz, once you're done customize your thumbnail fully, then finish it. Then it looks just like this. See what I did for example? That's just a thumbnail. And once you get done putting all the background music, all the recorded scenes, and put them all together, then have them exported. Now, exporting, especially if it's going to be around 2 to 4 gigabytes, it'll take a while. But it's totally worth it, and especially if it's going to be in the 4K, like high resolution, it'll take a hefty amount of time, but it'll be totally worth it. So, not only will it be worth all the hard work and the patience and the concentration, but also the focus and the waiting and the put together, and we're good. And then it'll be last 2 steps that I'll be explaining briefly. then once you're done exporting, if they're ready to share, then you can officially take your ultimately created videos that you have for your video editing app, or should I say my filmmaking studio app. That's what I like to call it. Anyways, take your video work that you put together, then choose upload a video. Then take that, and then add a title on there exactly the same as the thumbnail, and then, if optional, leave a brief description about the following video, as it really helps out to give the viewers a general idea about what's in the video, much like you see in any other, like a video description. If then once you do that and wait for it to upload, then you go on YouTube Studio, and then go to Advanced menu, and then go on the pencil icon, and then go on Edit Thumbnail, and then add Custom Thumbnail to it, and then go to your desired thumbnail, pick it, see if it fits the frame of the YouTube video, and once you do that, it'll fix it up the way it should be. Therefore, the title and the thumbnail in front of the video all implemented and put together. Thus, the only And there you have it, YouTubers, viewers, and aspiring content creators. I hope that this tutorial video alone is self-explanatory enough to a point where you can learn from this, or perhaps from my suggestion, watch other tutorial videos just so you can get some more ideas, similar to mine. Hope you learn and pick up from what you saw watching this video. Subscribe, like, comment if optional, and enjoy.